My name's Adam Kalkman. I'm the guitarist of A Photo Finish, and here's my rig. Alright, we'll start here with my head. This is a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. This is one of the older ones. I primarily run it on the second channel here. I feel the third channel has got a little bit too much of that mid-scoop sound, so second channel sounds pretty good. I actually run it on the vintage setting. We play more of a pop-punk easy chord style of music where I don't need like a ton of distortion, plus I got the Tubescreamer anyways for the boost. So my settings on here, I have the presence cranked. Actually channel 3 takes off where the presence ends at channel 2, so there's really not a lot of presence on the second channel here. So I got the presence cranked at about 3 o'clock. I run the volume around 12 o'clock or so, depending on where we're playing. Distortion's the same between 12 and 1 o'clock. Bass and treble I got about 1 o'clock as well, and then mids about 10 or 11 o'clock there. So the amps currently got 6L6s, and then obviously the rectifier tubes in the power section. So coming up here to my speaker cab, this is Mesa Boogie 2x12, a closed back cab. It's real solid. It's got vintage 30s in it, and there's a couple of reasons why I like the 2x12s opposed to the 4x12s. For one, obviously I have it sitting right on top of my rack right here. It takes up less space. With some of the venues we play, there's just not a lot of space on stage, and if I were to have a 4x12, it'd actually have to be sitting next to the road case here, and it would just take up a little bit too much space. So second of all, I have it sitting, as I said before, right on top of my road case here, so it's really right in my ear. I never really have to run it through the monitors at all to hear it, and it sounds really good. Third of all, you know, since it only has 2 speakers, it produces less volume compared to the 4 speakers. And with that being said, I can actually turn up the volume of my amp to produce more of that natural tube distortion, which in my opinion sounds quite a bit better than the artificial distortion sounds. So moving down to my rack gear here, I have a Shure Wireless system. This is just your standard Furman power conditioner with the lights that pop out. This is a ISP Technologies Decimator Pro Rack G. It's got 2 different channels, one going into the front of the head and one going in through the effects loop. And then this is my TC Electronics G Major 2 unit. I primarily just use this for loosening up my leads a little bit. I tend to run just a little bit of delay and reverb through the effects loop with that. So, and then this is just a rack drawer here to hold some of my pedals and some cables and stuff. So. Moving down to my pedal board here, as of now I really only use the Chromatic tuner and the Ibanez TS9 Tubescreamer. For the Tubescreamer I use just a clean boost setting. I basically have the drive all the way down and the level all the way up. So, and then this is my Mesa channel switcher right there. So the signal chain goes as follows. Goes out of my guitar into the wireless system, out of the wireless system into the tuner, then into the Tubescreamer, out of the Tubescreamer into channel 1 of the Decimator, out of the Decimator, and then directly into the amp here. And then through the effects loop, comes out of the effects loop send, goes into the G major unit, out of the G major unit into channel 2 of the Decimator, and then back into the effects loop. So, moving on to my guitars here. This is my Gibson Les Paul Classic 1960s reissue. I've had it forever. Everything in it is stock. The pickups run a little bit hot, but actually kind of like that. So, sounds great. And then this is my backup guitar. It's a Schecter C1 Elite. This is one of the older versions of the Schecters, one of the very first real nice Schecters that came out, so it's got the real Seymour Duncans in it. And this one, it's actually, the pickups are a little bit more tame on it, so I tend to use it for some of the clean stuff that we do in the studio. Gets a little bit better tone than Gibson, but the only time I really ever use this live is if my main guitar goes down with a broken string or something along those lines. So, and there you have it.